say things in an informal way. I'll talk to you the same as I would talk to you in my living room, or I go over to your house, because it's got to be personal. And his brother Steve, as well as brother Jesse Jones, who set the lecture up, we went out to his job and we were able to transfer my pictures on transparencies and get this thing so we could have a visual presentation. And I was talking to the brother Steve here, and I was telling him, you know, I just met you today, and already I feel that I've known you because we understand that all black people share one common goal together. And I said, and seeing we need to come together, not even just in lectures, but black people need to just come together and kick it in the community, and we need to just have, we need to converse more on a family matter, and not just your immediate family, but just any brother that's black and is have a common goal of liberation for black people. We need to come together, we need to do that. I want to say that brother Jesse over here, he, about 2 months ago, I was lecturing. I opened up for Steve Coakley. I stepped into place, and I had met him before, and he knew I had some things to say, so he called me up and I lectured a little bit, about 20 minutes before his lecture started. And somehow Black Media Arts was able to get that lecture on cassette. And one day, about 3 weeks ago, I just happened to come in. And he said, and brother Jesse Jones said, "Hey, I know that voice somewhere," because I have a deep Southern voice. So he said, "I know that voice somewhere." He said, "We got you on cassette. You know, we have you on cassette." And I took it home, and I got the cassette and all, and we set up a lecture right there. He said, "We want to do some things." I took it home. I said, "Doggone, I didn't know I sound this country." But then the thing about it, I'm from South Carolina. And the thing about it is, I said, well, that's good, because I won't change this voice. Because the worst thing I can't stand is a Negro that when he gets around a bunch of people, he hang around you all day, and then all of a sudden, he gets around a bunch of people and he starts sounding white. You know, this is the worst kind of black pathology that we can experience, you know, this transformation into the white and black. And I understand that we live in a schizophrenic society where black people have to do the white and black thing between corporate jobs and all of that. But one thing I wanted to say is, to speak with you in the manner that I would speak to you in my living room, you'll know that I'm serious about our liberation, and I love black people. You know, I love black people. And, and I have a problem with a lot of black people changing up when you get around other people. We need to be this way. If I went to University of South Carolina, which is all white, I'm still going to speak to black people in that audience. If it's 2 black people and it's 100 white people. You see, my mother, I come from a family of school teachers. My mother, my grandmother, my aunts, and my uncles. My mother used to go with this guy, and he was caught up in the illusion that somehow the people with a college education somehow actually in their mind was more superior than the brothers who wasn't fortunate to go to school. Brothers and sisters wasn't fortunate to go to school. And this brother could talk articulately when he was just regular talking. When he was just around his people, he sounded great. But when he got around my mother, he thought that he would have to pronunciate different things in a certain manner, and he ended up messing up. You know, he would say things like, "Well, regardless to the situation, can you reimagine this?" You see, saying, you see. So he would change these things up. And I remember friends in South Carolina. We used to. I went to a school called Benedict College in South Carolina, predominantly black private school, and my brother went to a school called South Carolina State, a state black school. And I remember I had a good friend of mine. She was this girl who used to hang around me when I was at Benedict. She met my brother one time. She said, "Oh yeah, you know, I went to Benedict because I didn't necessarily like South Carolina State, because Benedict are more funner than South Carolina State, more funner, you know." So she was trying to talk proper, and all of a sudden, you see, it came out the wrong way. So I think that we don't need to put on any type of front with our people. Our people are confused enough. You see, and I do have a strong emphasis on scholarship. If you're going to tell black people things, you need to try to document those things. So and especially with the lecture we're going into today, it's a lot of unbelievable things. And I think that you need to try to document it as close as possible. And you can give your people, after the lecture, they can go out and get books. And you know what? It's a synthesis that's going on, because some things, I can read a book, bring some things to the table with you, and you can go back and you can have another mindset, and you can bring some scholarship that might be the key to what I needed to synthesize my whole process, you see. And that's the main thing from the next 10 years. This is what we should be doing. We should become students. There's nobody in here that's beyond studying. And what I mean is, you see people riding the bus and reading all kinds. My mother used to read thousands of Harlequin romance and all kinds of Gothic books and all. And I was just saying one time, this knowledge wasn't available in the early 70s when we were growing up, and I remember her reading all these books.